2, 1, let's jam. What's going on, everyone? And welcome to another installment of MRL Fastlane. Now, normally, this is the last time that we have done things, well, I guess with the Light series. You know, usually that's the last of the Fastlane episodes. However, we have a brand new Tuesday League, and because of that, it's the Challenger Series. Now, if you are confused on what the Challenger Series is, it is literally just the more modern approach. It is the stages. It is the playoffs. It is a balanced point system that goes 40 for the winner, 35 for second, and -1 for every position down. So every position is a point. So with that being said, we are looking at the most recent season opener, the Challenger Series. We had 11 drivers take place at Talladega, and we are going to see some hectic racing. You know, like with 25% race, it was a very, very close one. Monster Racing, a brand new arrival to the MRL landscape, was able to get pole, and you can see that it's going to be really, really close when it comes to the team standings, because there is some heavy hitters in this field. So let's kind of take a look at it right now. Oh, I guess I should probably talk about this going into the teams actually just right now. I just want to get this out of the way because I was just so excited about it. You can see that GMI actually has 3 drivers, and because of that, Mopao also has 3 drivers, and after that you have the Chaos Crew, VPR, GTR, Blazing Wheels. It's actually the most represented teams in all of MRL, so I'm very excited for this Tuesday to come on out. But you can see that Monster Racing was actually on pole, so it's essentially out of the 11 cars, there is only one not represented in a team setting, and that was Jordan Jauja, which, I mean, I'm sure he has participated in every race so far. I think he is definitely one to look out for. But yeah, we'll have to see. But yeah, you can see that Monster Racing lined up on pole. This was a sprint race in order to determine the qualifying order. So Monster Racing was on pole, and again, not to skip out on the highlights, but in stages, it was a very quick 14-lap stage. I mean, the racing goes by super quickly, but you can see that there are some people in familiar places. The Monster coming out in the number 18. Then you have Gio in the 42. Nathan, Agent Orange, is also in the 40, but Xander is still in the 1. UK, Mopao Cat in the 2. Unfortunately, you can see that there was some beating and banging, but that was just because of the stage finishes. So because of that, going and skipping on through the race, you have a necessity to get to the front. Very, very tight racing for all of these guys. Look at that. You have the bottom side, you have the top side. Very, very nice racing here. Unfortunately, it was very much a bottom heavy track, and you can see that as much as that top side wanted to form, there just wasn't enough support on that top side to actually get going. And you can see a very bottom heavy race here, and you can see that right on here. And because of that, if you were in the back, it was very, very hard in order to get up to the front. So, but like I said, if you actually want to watch this race in its entirety, it's right here. Also, Hunty provided his POV of the race, so if you want to check out Hunty Wild on Twitch, he does have it there. So, with that being said, the Stage 1 winner was actually Nathan, Agent Orange. Actually, I think Stage 1 should be coming up here right pretty quick. And because of that, Nathan was able to get Stage 1 pretty handily. You can see this right here. But Stage 2, he also won. So, he was on a roll going into this race, and because of that, Xander was actually able to finish second twice, so pushing his teammate to the win both times. Now, of course, it comes with a price, because that puts you on the outside going into the next restart. So because of that, you have a very distinct line that you have to run. Because of that, you can see that the people starting on the outside generally find themselves on the back foot. But that doesn't mean passes can't be made. You can see that going into the end of this stage 2, which I'm just showing right here because I actually have a timestamp right here. You can actually see that the battle for the lead doesn't necessarily mean that you have those that are just because there's 11 cars doesn't mean the racing isn't as intense, because going into the stage, it was everyone's to do. Talladega is the great equalizer. Same thing with Daytona. But yeah, you can actually see that as the race ends, it is a very, very tight mess right here. You can see that Worst Cod was actually up in the second place right there. And going into, this is 2 to go at this point. This is actually the white flag on Nathan went to the top side. However, you can see that everyone is just dumping, going everywhere because it is the white flag, and you can see just how quick everything can change. Unfortunately, you can see that 3 drivers are not in the picture. This is the top 8 right now, so 9th, 10th, 11th are in the back somewhere, and then coming to the checkered. Or sorry, this is actually not the checkered. My bad. This is right here. The checkered going into the final flag is 3 wide right here, but everyone's going for it. You can see that Worst Cod has the opportunity to go for the win. He actually goes on to double yellow, but he puts Jordan Jauja up in there. This is the white flag, and because of a late pass and another late pass, Worst Cod actually misses out on his first podium, and Justin Shacken actually gets his first career MRL win. So that doesn't mean, though, that Worst Cod went away without some kind of accolade. He actually got his best career finish in P4 here. Yeah, here's the full running order. Justin Shackett, P1, Nathan, P2, MH, P3, Worst Cod, P4, Gio, P5. It was an insane battle towards the end, and like I said, if you want to watch its entirety, it's right here. Literally, I skipped over this entire chunk of time span, but literally, it was an intense few laps right there. You have a bunch of different agendas as we go into Gateway next week. Shaq is already locked in, so actually let's look to the points right now. So Shaq is actually locked in right here, and because of his because of the playoffs here, this is the cut line. It's actually a top 8. You have to have 8 drivers, and it's going to be 2 cut per round. So at the end of 7 races, so race 8, 9, and 10, race 8 is going to be the round of 8. So you have all these guys. And then round of 6 is going to be the race after. So then the bottom 2 is going to get cut out. And then after that, it's going to be the final 4, which is much like, what we see in real life. So that is basically how the Challenger Series works. And because of that, you have some big names out here. You have Hunty and Monster, both -3, -5 back right now. Butters as well. I mean, a win and you're in. Anything can happen. And just like that, Justin Shack is locked into the first ever Challenger Series playoffs. So I want to see, especially as we go into the playoff points, you can see they're right here. Shaq with his win was able to get 5, but Nathan won the stages, so that's 2 to his bucket right there. But because of his stage points, and he finished P2, he has more points. So despite Justin being actually locked into the round, into the playoffs, that doesn't mean that Nathan is still doing, or I guess not out of it yet. He technically earned more points, and he's 20 points above right now. So as long as he continues that trend, then he should be A-okay. So with that being said, you can see just how much just the opening round right now, and we're sure to have more drivers next time, so we'll have to see how that goes at Gateway. But the stats, though, especially you may notice this from other Fastlane episodes, you can see that I'm actually adding stage points and stage wins to the stat page. So very clean and simple right now. I mean, it's Talladega. As well as the opening race, so the stats are pretty clear-cut. Monster was the one able to get the pole, so he showed speed early. We'll have to see how he does at Gateway. But Shackett, like I said, able to get the first win as well as podium in this opening race. Hunty, though, I want to point out Hunty did not have a good race at all. We'll have to see how that works on out. But I want to hand it off to you. What are your expectations for Gateway next Tuesday? I think with stages, it's going to play into a lot of their favor here in terms of strategy. There are going to be some that are going to try to stay out. There are going to be some that are not. Essentially, Saturday is going to be the great question mark. If you practice Saturday, then Tuesday is going to be the race for you. So we'll have to see how that goes. So with that, this has been Private Patton with the Challenger Fastlane episode, and we'll see you on the track. Good night, everyone. Peace.